All right, folks, welcome back. This should be episode 2, and we got everything mined out over here. Let's build our last bed. Oh, we got 2 more beds. Never mind. Apparently, I can't count. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, we have 8. That would be why. Okay, let's just resize this real quick. Make sure it's still a dorm. It is. Excellent. They would use those beds whether I made it a dorm or not, but... Okay, so what we need to do immediately is dig down. So we need some downstairs. There. Then, of course, we need... Is that right? Yep. We need to go down quite a ways. So we have quite a few options here. Though we don't want them to spend too much time digging down because we do need to set things up. It's going to take a while with all this stone here. Okay, that was a little further down than I thought it was going to be. Hey, we got our trade depot up. If necessary, we can trade. Now, of course, I do want to set up... All right. All this stuff is already set up for me. I might have done this a week ago or something. Well, in that case, now we need... okay, we need a table, we need a chair, and then I want a few more tables and a few more chairs. And that will allow us to set up the workshop for our broker dude, our bookkeeper dude as well. And we'll give them some area where they can eat, because they don't like to eat off the floor. They also don't like to drink without goblets, but I don't know if I'm going to care too much about that right now. Though it would be smart. Let's do my custom stockpile. Enable only drink, so let's block all. And enable permit any type of drink that would make them happy. Okay, so that's on C for our stockpiles now. And I do definitely want to bring in quite a bit of alcohol. Let's do it... I don't know how much we brought, but probably that's going to be enough for now. So they should begin taking that off of the wagon, which is great. Okay, we still have just tons of stone. Now, normally, I would go a little further down for my workshops. If this was all dirt of some sort in here, then I would allow for probably farming on the next level down, and then put food workshops pretty close to that. However, I think what we're going to do is just maybe put the food workshops right next to the surface. Let's go down one more so I have a little more room to mess with if I need to add something in. In fact, that's just... Oh, that's marble. Okay, I want to use that for pretty rooms. Maybe we'll put... Yeah, maybe we'll actually put the bedrooms there. Actually, we have quite a few layers of marble. I have to double check if workshops produce noise. They didn't used to. They may now. I don't think they do, though. Okay. So let's just... Let's... I really like to keep this kind of stuff symmetrical. You know what? Let's have another staircase. So let's do... From here, 1, 2. Yeah. Let's do this. I have some lady waving at me. Thank you, the Robe King. I'm assuming that's a pleasant thing. Okay, and they're gonna obviously dig all the way down. Let's stop some of this. Let's stop it right there. There we go. As you can see, they're already sleeping in their beds. That's one of the reasons why I got that set up very quickly. They won't sleep well in those beds, but they also won't go crazy on me. No Cherry, hello, how are you? Nice to have some people in Twitch. I've only streamed like once in the past. Okay, and it's pausing because it's a change of season. I have it on autosave just in case. Especially when I'm trying to put this stuff on YouTube as well, potentially. While it's doing that, okay, there it goes. Oh, no, never mind. It's still freaking out. So, just see, everyone's happy. We got a few people sleeping. No one's in that. He's just missing their stuff they used to work with. Okay, and this is back up. Let's get it going. Oh, look at all these rocks all over the place. That's a big little lag spike there. Now this world is quite old. I thought I was going to be nice and clever when I created it for my adventure series and had it start in the year 1066. And yeah, that's going to cause some issues down the road, I'm sure. This is not going to be a really, really long playthrough. Once again, I just want to get a good fortress set up because I'm actually practicing for doing the tutorial series I would like to do. Okay, and actually before you get all the way there, I do want crud. I want to keep it looking pretty, which would mean downstairs there, but I might put stairs up here as well. Not there though. So I'm actually going to make this up downstairs. I want to be centered on my shift movements. So that would be there, I believe. Center to each staircase. Just allows me to move around quicker and jump exactly where I want to go most of the time. Speaking of jumping where I want to go most of the time, I don't want my F1 jump to be there. I want it to be here. So that would be hotkeys. Let's zoom here and we'll rename, you know what? Gate's fine. And this area will be our workshops. Wow, look at all this stone. I rarely watch Twitch as well, so the little emoji things, I don't know what a rainbow guy means. Okay, the Robe King, what would you like? Which dwarf would you like to be named after? We have our brewer, butcher, cook, who will pick one of those things in the future to do. We have our fisher guy. We have our hunter. We have our leader. Who's just going to be a bookkeeper. He will not be a leader for long. We have this guy who is our carpenter and didn't get a name for some reason. He also details stone if you want to be on your knees all the time. Mason and our miner. So I'll check chat in a bit to figure out what you chose. Okay, so now that we have this, I want a workshop area to be like this. That gives me a nice square with this in the middle. We can expand that later if we need to. And I'm just gonna allow for a little bit of detail here. And I'm gonna store some alcohol as well, where they can get to it easily here. But I don't want them only drinking here. I'd rather have them drinking somewhere nice. But if they get super thirsty because they're working on stuff, they can get a drink pretty quickly there. Actually, it'll be fine. They can drink without goblets. I have to keep on remembering that they prefer to drink from goblets. Goblins? Goblets. Sorry, I'm trying to read Twitch as well. Okay, so the Robe King. This was a horrible day to stream. My brain is just garbage. I'm gonna drink for a second. I need to get my Dwarven whiskey out. This is how I should be playing this game. Okay, so the Robe King wants to brew, or whichever reminds me of you most. Whatever reminds you of me most? Okay, so we will make you the brewer. I'll try. Oh. In the future, you may end up the cook, but for now, you are going to be this guy. We can change. No, we don't want to change it, do we? The Robe King. There we go. All right, so this is going to take a little while to get mined out. So what I think I'm actually going to do is just start plopping in workshops as quickly as I can. We can move them later. So we will build. Definitely need to get our Fisher workshop up. H for fishery, of course. Normally I'd be building these with blocks, but they may get moved anyways, and it's going to take forever to start making blocks to clean this area up. Now, I say that, but of course I do want to get our mason up and running immediately as well. We do have a lot of granite, which is nice. I can make tons and tons of granite blocks and use them like they're wood. No Cherry wants me to name the cook Gordon Ramsay. You may have to remind me about that, but I do like that. I'm a bit of a fan of Gordon's. First time I ever saw him was actually watching, what was the British version of, where he goes in and he fixes businesses. I forget what it's called. Okay, that's slowly happening. What else should we be doing here? We have too many idlers. Okay. So, I'm going to be a jerk and do some quantum stockpiling because it just has to be done. That's how I play the game. I can't deal with this management of all these billions of stones. So we're going to have a one pile garbage dump. Oop, not gathering fruit. Garbage dump there. And then we are going to DBD. It's a combination I use all the time. And we are going to dump every single rock that gets in our way. Now you got to be careful with this because sometimes you can do stuff like dumping materials that a building's made out of, which it can't actually do, but sometimes that causes issues with the work that that building does as well. So I'm going to try to avoid anything that's already set up. We'll just move the mouse in and click, 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 because I can't click right. There you go. No idlers. Love it. Because we definitely want to get some stockpiles set up, at least the initial one, to get the stuff off the wagon. What do you do, the Robe King asks, when the purple stuff comes out of your garbage dump? Well, that would be miasma. And miasma will not happen if that is above ground. And basically, I can show you real quick with K. Anywhere where you're looking, it'll tell you what's there up here, but a lot of people don't look down here. It'll say outside, light, and above ground. All I believe you need is outside for miasma not to happen. And in fact, I do have this set up so we can do it really quick. If we jump to miasma very quickly, it'll say it occurs in subterranean areas. Whether it's inside or outside makes no difference. So as long as it's outside, that's weird how they phrase that. But I think just as long as it's outside is fine. And as long as the game thinks the tile is outside. Sometimes you can mess with the game, and depending on what materials you use, it can actually be technically indoors, but still the game will think it's outside or still think it's light, even if it's covered up. That was in the past. They may have fixed that, though. Hey, Jarlaco Ta says, I've only been here 2 minutes and I've learned so much. I am very glad to hear that. And I am trying to make a tutorial for on my YouTube channel in the future, which is why I'm kind of practicing. Okay, so we got our dumping going on, which will also take forever. Let's go here, and actually let's make a hotkey for this too, because I have to use workshops all the time. I'm gonna make it, we might put something on that other floor and we might not. We can change the hotkeys later. I'm gonna make this one, I believe I'll make it F2. So we just hit F2 and then we hit Z to zoom here, and then we hit name, and I'm gonna call this workshops. There we go. Okay, no more pause. It wasn't paused. They just take so long. And we have a buzzer that's stealing stuff, probably because our hunter is actively helping move things. We could jump over to Dwarf Therapist, and our hunter is definitely moving things, so we can click on him just so we can follow it all the way the heck over here. And we can tell him to stop doing, where's the, probably refuse hauling will be dump. I actually don't quite remember. I don't think it's based on the material when you dump it, but we'll tell him not to stone dump as well. Still have no idea what's going on. Sorry, Noah Cherry. If you have any specific questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. Now, when I press the button, these greater than and equal signs, I'm going up and down Z levels. You can see that up here where I have a thing that's showing you what keys I'm pushing. Hopefully that can help. Oh my goodness, you are so slow. But we do have workshops set up. So fishery is going to do it all automatically, but I do want to put in a food stockpile. Normally I make this workshop area a lot bigger, but we just do not have the time with these guys digging through dirt. So I'm gonna have to use a lot of bins and barrels, and we don't have a lot of wood. So I probably need to get a crafts dwarf workshop going as well so he can make jugs out of stone. In fact, that is a brilliant idea. I'm so glad I thought of it. Okay, so we don't want all food in here, though. We only want unprepared fish. So let's block all, go down to unprepared fish, and permit all the unprepared fish. And that will go there, and they will start creating fish. Now, once again, I'm probably going to move all this stuff around, or maybe this will be such a short series it won't matter. Because normally I would not set it up this way. This is going to drive me absolutely insane. Oh, that's not kitchen. Kitchen would be Z. You know, a lot of times I can figure out why they have the hotkey that they have. That is not one of them. Okay, let's just put the kitchen right next to fishery. That's what he's going to be using the most. We'll use granite because it's there. Okay, and you were the mason workshop. And we want you to probably just start making rock blocks like crazy. Let me just, I'm looking real quick to make sure I'm not missing something that we'll need him to make pretty quickly. Coffins are, you know what? That's smart. I'm going to make 2 coffins just right off the bat. Because you want to have them available. Coffers will not be able to be used in bins. Bins have to be made from wood. And yeah, okay, so let's just have him make rocks forever. Now, I don't actually mind him going out and getting stone because we have so much of it. So what I actually want right now is a stockpile for my bars, my blocks, which would be B. And we will put that here. And I always set up my stockpiles. I like having good stockpile systems. So, because otherwise later on things are going to end up in all sorts of weird areas. So we're going to forbid all metal and other bars. We're going to forbid all bars. And we're going to forbid all blocks of other type. And then we're actually, you know, we'll allow all stone and clay blocks in there. That's fine. Okay, and Dero King would like a priest called Noah Cherry for Noah Cherry? Is that what's going on here? But he also asked, why not just put their bodies in the dump? That is an excellent question. It's actually one that I kind of don't want to give you the answer to because it's really fun when you don't bury your dwarves. And of course, when I say fun, I mean it in the Dwarf Fortress way of what I just wrote in the chat. You people on YouTube will never know what I just wrote in the chat. Oh, that's so sad. Okay, great. We have a kitchen set up. So let's get a stockpile. Never made our big indoor stockpile, did we? Let's make a stockpile that only puts in, I forgot to hit food. So let's disable that. Let's go down to food, enable food. So we don't want unprepared fish because we already have a stockpile for unprepared fish. And when it's turned into prepared fish, it will end up, it'll end up in the area. Okay, so we want everything. We don't want drinks. We don't want plants for now. He can cook with plants, but I don't well, you know what? I will permit plants. And I just don't want the plants that can't be... Oh, but it's under food, so maybe... You know what? We'll just put them all there. Doesn't matter. I actually don't want fat in here because I want to save it for making soap. Not that you won't use it anyways. Okay, I think that's good enough. Resume. Now, we're going to have to look at what our guys are doing again, because we kind of set up a bunch of people to do stuff I didn't really need everybody to do. So our fisher guy, we need to get back on fishing and not gathering plants. Our, what were you again? Carpenter. Pause this real quick so I don't miss something. You need a nickname. Carpenter. Close enough. Let's commit those. Okay, that makes it easier for me to tell what's going on. Our cook should only be cooking. Everything should be about right, I think. If anyone sees any issues, be sure to let me know. Okay, Dwarf King really wants to know what happens if you do not bury a dwarf. The dwarf will haunt your fortress if you do not bury him. Hopefully that was enough of a warning. There was actually 0 warning there. But if you didn't want to know, I'm very sorry. Okay, let's go up here real quick. This is almost cleaned out. It's going to take a while because people are doing other things. But I am okay with that. So now what we need is what's going to hold all of our stuff that's in the wagon that doesn't already have a stockpile. So animals will definitely be one. I'm going to skip food. We will enable it on furniture. Skip those. I'm not going to enable it for stone. We'll take ammo. I'm going to enable it for all the bars and stuff, but I'm actually going to turn off stone bars because we already have an area for that. We will enable gems. I will enable everything else except for wood right now. Yeah. Awesome. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to look at the wagon. What's still in here? A bunch of stuff being moved. As you can see, I brought a lot of things in just 1s or 21s or whatever, so I can get extra containers to store them in. And if it is just one of something, they will eat it or drink it or whatever, and I'll be left with extra things. But we also really need to build our table so I can have some idea of what the heck is going on here. So there's one table, there's one chair, and then just for fun, lowercase fun, let's build out the rest of them too. Okay, that's it. Okay. Oh, no, Jerry didn't want to know. I'm so sorry. Don't worry, that's not a huge spoiler, but there are really big spoilers in this game that I won't actually ever say. In fact, there's quite a few I've kept as spoilers for myself because I don't play in that manner, but I also don't want to ruin it for myself. So there's definitely some bigger spoilers and stuff too. Please prioritize this one course. Fine, I can fix that. He has a plate. Is he eating diagonally on that table? I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna suspend these. There we go. Okay, let's jump back down here real quick using our jumping buttons, our F keys. A kitchen! And we're already getting some food in here. Now, I do want to store the prepared food the kitchen makes, but I'm going to make a little special stockpile for that up here for now, because this is where they're going to be eating for now. So I'm going to hit Q to make my settings on here. We'll go down to food, and I am going to block everything and hit U to only allow prepared food. And that way, anytime prepared food is cooked, it will go up there. Okay, so we need just easy meals right now on repeat. Prepared meals last longer than their base components, and a lot of our base components won't have anywhere where they can be stored anyway, so they're going to go rotten and stuff. And actually, with that in mind, we definitely need to build out our Dwarf workshop and get somebody working on that pretty quick. I believe it uses just plain stone, so I don't... You know what? I am going to put it right. Blocked. Blocked. Oh, you haven't dug that out yet. Jerk. Okay, well, there we go. We'll make it from granite. I'm tempted to make some others real quick. Oh, good. We have that set up. Okay, so unsuspend, unsuspend, unsuspend. Now they have a little dining room area. I need to make a little study. That's good. It doesn't have to be any particular size as long as he can get to it. And it will be for our leader. Now, if we go to our noble screen, we will see that our broker and bookkeeper have what they need, which is a meager office. And nothing more. That is all you get. Oh, wow. And I've probably gone right up to 30 minutes for the YouTube portions of these. So I'm going to keep streaming. But I will be back in the next episode for you YouTube viewers very soon. Bye-bye.